Hello, boys and girls. It's time for art class. I'm so glad to have you back with me again. So today's learning goal is I can use geometric shapes to draw a rocket. So before we explore how to use these geometric shapes, we should learn how to recognize geometric shapes versus something called organic shapes. They're totally different types of shapes. So looking at geometric, there's the word right there, geometric. These are shapes that have names, shapes that you can measure, shapes that are used in math, like a square. Let's see what other ones I can think of. A circle, a triangle. A heart is a geometric shape. A rectangle is also a geometric shape. A pentagon that has 5 sides is a geometric shape. And also, let me see if I can get this right. 8 sides, what shape is it? What shape has 8 sides? That's correct. It's an octagon. Octo means 8 sides. So an octopus has 8 legs. So this second fancy word that I want to talk about for just a minute is organic. Organic shapes are weird blobby shapes that don't really have a name. A leaf is an organic shape because leaves come in all different sizes, all different shapes. They can be pointy, they can be curvy. This is a blob. Maybe it's a puddle, maybe it's a monster. I don't know what it is, but it's organic because it doesn't really have a name other than being some sort of a blob shape. I'm drawing some little spiky points. It kind of looks like a tuft of grass just growing out of the ground, but it's organic because we don't really know what it is. I'm going to draw some fiery shapes now. It's kind of like fire coming out of maybe a dragon's mouth. I don't know, but it's organic. Doesn't really have a perfect shape or name. It's just blobby and really cool looking and organic. So today we are going to use 1 or 2 organic shapes, but mostly geometric. Can you spot which shapes are geometric and which shapes are organic in this picture? Because in just a minute you're going to draw them. So here's one. We've got the triangle for the nose of the rocket, a rectangle for the body of the rocket. We have a circle for our Earth, and there's another one up there for the moon. There's a couple other circles. A square for where the fire comes out of the rocket. Can you spot any more? There are stars in the sky, and we're going to learn how to draw those. If you don't know, you're going to learn today. Now the fire is our organic shape. The fire is going to be organic today. So that's the one organic shape you're going to draw. So you're going to need a pencil and paper and some crayons for coloring. If you don't have crayons, you can use whatever you want to color your picture. If you have paint, use some paint. Whatever you feel like. So get your pencil ready, get your paper ready. I'm going to use markers so you can see it a little easier, but you're going to use pencil, and we're going to start by drawing a rectangle. Leave some space around your rectangle for the rest of your rocket. You don't want to take up the whole page quite yet. On top of our rectangle, we're going to add a triangle next. And this will become the nose of the rocket. It points up to the sky to show us where it's going. We're going to decorate the body of the rocket by adding a really skinny rectangle on the top and another skinny rectangle on the bottom. I'd like to see out of a rocket if I were rocketing up into space, so we're going to add some circle windows. going to add some shapes over here to the side. This helps the rocket fly through the air. And a square on the bottom where the fire is later going to come out of. Now to draw the fire, you're just going to do pointy, wavy shapes. Make sure they point at the end, because fire is always a little bit pointy at the end and curvy in the middle. You can make as many as you want, and it'll connect right back up to the rocket again. All right, now we're going to need to learn how to draw a star. So I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper to practice on. And if you need to do that, go ahead. I'm going to show you here. We're going to make a tent or an upside down V. And then from that right bottom corner, we're going to cross it over. Straight across. And back down. So there are 5 lines total that make a star. So if you need to watch that again and practice a couple of times, just rewind and do that. I'm going to draw a few slowly on my paper so you can follow along. Make that tent. Cross up to the left. Over to the right, down to the left. Make your tent. Cross up to the left, over to the right, and down to the left. Make your tent. Cross up to the left, over to the right, and down to the left. I'm going to make a few little baby stars so it looks like a few of them are farther away. And I'm going to draw the Earth. I want to see a planet. If I'm in outer space, I want to look over and be able to see a planet. So I'm going to draw a circle, and then I'm going to add the continents or the land. So I can see that there's both earth, land, and water. And later I'm going to fill the land in green and the water in blue. I think I'm going to add my moon too. So I'm going to put another circle up here, but I'm not going to decorate that one because the moon is a little bit more plain. So now I have to think about what colors I'm going to add. So now you're going to need to get your crayons ready and think about where your colors are going to go. You do not have to copy my colors. I'm actually using a boring gray for my spaceship, but if you want to make yours more colorful, I say go for it. I'm going to add a few colors on here. Now the sky, I think I'm going to make black, but you could also use a dark blue for your sky. So that's going to be up to you. I'm going to color my fire yellow, but then I'm going to add a little bit of orange and red over the yellow to make it look really extra fiery. But let some of the yellow shine through. I'm going to color my stars yellow, and then I'm going to color in my nighttime sky black. But again, it could also be dark blue. So congratulations on your finished picture, and here is a blast off rocket to celebrate that you have finished your picture. So now that you have finished your awesome rocket picture, I would like to see it. So please head over to Flipgrid and show me your rocket. Tell me a little bit about it. I want you to point to the geometric shapes and any organic shape or shapes that you added to your picture and tell me what they are. I can't wait to see, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye, boys and girls.